Yeah, I got a reaction coming at y'all real quick, man. Hey, the sister was going in, man. I gotta back her up with the Bible, man. So we gonna get straight into it. Let's go.
Until you find him?
Nobody said that.
I mean, clearly, if y'all doing all this
Not
motherfucking
me.
shit.
I'm just saying, women out there. That's how they want to go about it. But I really feel like that's what it is because it's true. It's true. Women cheat because they get an emotional stability from another man, and that's what it is. Like they're not cheating to go get
An excuse.
Because a lot of bitches be sticking with niggas that got bad dick, so it's not to fuck.
You cheated because you wanted to cheat, man. You cheated because you a whore. It's very simple, very plain. It's not much deeper than that. When a man go out on his wife, it's because he's a whoremonger. It's the same scenario. Both of y'all horrible people.
Okay, might be true.
I'm the old bitch of the group, so from what I've seen, men and women are not that different. I had this conversation with a friend of mine. Women do the same shit niggas do. Women can fuck and do not have to be emotionally attached. And men thinking that a woman has to be emotionally attached in order to cheat is a lot of the reason why y'all end up getting played.
That's a fact.
Women cheat because they have the option to do so. The same way if men had the same amount of options as women, they would do the same thing. People cheat because that's what they want to do. And because we had this little sidebar conversation, a lot of men are beta males. So if a woman will stay with a man if she's getting something out of the relationship, but she gonna fuck the nigga that she wanna fuck. And that 9 times out of 10, that man is gonna be the one that's not gonna do shit for her because he knows she ain't shit know him. Women.
You know what's crazy? I think most men know this already. I think most men know that already. But the fact that, like she said, most men are beta males. Most dudes in that stance, they already know that she don't like them like that. That's why they kind of be in that mode where those things that she's staying around him for to extract from him, he thinking that that's gonna win her over when it's not. Knowing she getting her back blown out by another dude. We all know women move like that, man. They got different rules for different people, man. We already know that.
Cheat because they want to, because cheating is always a choice. It is never a mistake.
Right, and also because people be lacking self-discipline and shit.
And sometimes you don't have no self-discipline. Sometimes you don't have no self-respect. It could be a combination of both.
Yeah, I think you wanted to chip in real quick.
Honestly, I feel like women cheat mainly because it's like, all right, like this nigga's not my type. Like he's not really doing too much. Like for me.
But that's dumb. That's dumb. If he not your type, why was you in a relationship with him in the first place? That's stupid. That's another excuse. I don't know. I feel like sometimes some of these women, it's like they don't know what to say, so they just say anything. But they really didn't have anything to say. That was dumb. If he not your type, you wouldn't have been in a relationship with him in the first place. Period. That don't make sense. Come on, sis.
Too much, like for me.
I love how women are on this panel justifying cheating when men for years had to deal with y'all accusing us of cheating, and then when we say, yo, when we did cheat, we had these that's just excuses. But now y'all up here with a straight face like, well, we cheating, it's okay for us to cheat because
can I ask a question real quick? So women ain't shit, right?
Most bitches ain't shit.
Oh,
Most bitches ain't shit.
Neither is shit.
That's all I wanted to know.
Most women aren't.
That's all I wanted to know.
Men and women are not as different as a lot of people. They're not.
Also, sorry, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Also, another reason why women is acting more like men nowadays is because niggas is losing their masculinity and bitches is out here acting like niggas. And it's like all of us is acting more.
That's like some default stuff to say nowadays. You know what I'm saying? The word masculinity and femininity is thrown around so much that people just think that's like a trump card in an argument or a conversation. Let me just keep it a stack with you, sis. Women ain't out here moving like men at the end of the day. If you a real woman, like y'all like to say, women like to say, if you a real man, you a ABC. Real women don't act like men because real women attract real men. Very simple concept. Why are you around a man that act like a woman? And who taught you how to be a man? Make it make sense. Y'all just be saying shit. Y'all just be saying shit. And it's weird how you better at being a man than you are at being a woman. It's weird. Make it make sense, man. These things make y'all look crazy in these conversations because that shit don't make sense. You've been a woman your whole life, but because a man who you're deciding to be with is acting like a woman, you gonna act like a man. Instead of just going to deal with a man that act like a man. Oh shit.
Like now, cause it's like niggas is being feminine, women is being
I just feel
more
like-
like men, and we want like y'all not giving us what we need, so we trying to go
Why?
find it
Y'all want to
somebody
be the
else.
nigga?
A woman should never lose her femininity.
Exactly.
If a man wants to be a bitch, that's his
We
problem.
don't want to be like niggas, but if you
gotta
can't have
think like
control
a
of the
nigga.
situation and you acting like a woman, how can we let our guard
How?
down and
On
get
a
you
pro?
that?
You gonna just say Sis cut straight through it, man. She said if that man acting like a bitch, just go do Oh man. I can't wait for this little wave of conversation to go away, man. When women bring up, well, men ain't giving us a space to rest in our femininity. Please understand there's no resting in femininity. Read Proverbs chapter 31. There's no resting in that shit. Please understand that. And she was all woman. Period.
Y'all act like the man. Y'all masculine.
We need to be masculine until
No,
you
you
show
don't.
us.
Women
don't.
Until
Incorrect.
you show us that
No,
you can be.
incorrect.
Otherwise, we're not going to
Incorrect.
step into our
Incorrect.
femininity. Like,
That's
you
wrong.
femininity is not conditional.
Fact.
If you have a vagina, you should always be feminine.
right. But
I'm very cool. I'm very laid back. But
Right.
if I'm dealing with a man, I'm gonna be feminine regardless. If he is too soft or weak for me, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna move on.
Right.
But I'm not.
You see how simple that is? Oh man, you see how simple of a concept that is? If you come in contact with a man that's not moving in a way that you approve of, you move around. That shit's so simple. God damn. It's not that difficult. It's not. But let's keep it a stack. Women like men that don't move like men. You want to know why? Men put in rules and regulations. You can't move the way you want to, which is what you were talking about earlier. Stop it, fam. Stop it.
Start acting like DMX.
But there has
because
been
this was
times.
like
I
Mary J.
feel
Blige.
like
Get
what
out,
she's
don't
trying to
come in.
say.
No, there has been times though. There has been times where
Oh, here we go. This she gonna say
I
it
would
now, I
have
think.
stood in a situation that I didn't need to be in. That's true. And I did step out of my feminine side because the nigga was being like that, taking the role of a woman, you know,
What was he doing?
Yeah.
What's the
feeling like a woman, getting mad at shit. Usually women would get upset
Like
at.
what?
No self-control.
You're not
no
saying nothing.
self-discipline,
You gotta tell us.
like-
I need
Mad
specific.
Get mad word.
I need specific examples.
I get
like-
mad
Like,
because I have my
women act
tone.
like women. Men are not supposed to act like
No, but
women. That's it.
what are you
Like-
doing that's making
I think it's funny too that when they try to say that a man is acting like a woman, the characteristics that they give to say that he's acting like a woman is like a child. Pay attention to that when y'all start watching these women do this. Talking about they stepped outside they masculine, they stepped outside they feminine to be more masculine because the man wouldn't do this. Then when they are asked, well, what was he doing that you would say that he wasn't being masculine? They never really give you a straightforward answer like he was doing this, this, and this. They give characteristics of what he was doing. And every time when they say he was acting like a woman, they start naming a whole bunch of shit that you expect from children. It is what it is. Let's continue.
him get mad?
What did he get mad at?
It's not like that. Like men get mad. All right, social media. Let's say social media, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, if a woman is posting their body on social media, you gonna get mad?
Yes.
You goddamn right. Because if he care about you, that's gonna bother him. Because why are you showing yourself if you mine? If you supposed to be my lady, why you showing the world what I got? That don't make sense. You're childish. You don't want to be told what to do. That's what that is. You want to be free, but you want to have the benefits of having a man on your arm. It is what it is. We already know the game. It's dumb, but we know the game.
Listen, if a man cares about you, he's not going to want what is his being displayed for
the world.
That's a man caring about you.
No, this is what I'm saying. But if a nigga does it and I get mad, it's different.
No,
it's not.
I wouldn't
That's still
want no
bullshit.
nigga on Instagram with his shirt out.
you
That
mean?
nigga, that's my chest.
he got his shirt off or
Go
something?
put your shirt on.
Right.
I don't do double standards, me personally.
So if a man feels like he can have control over certain stuff that he feels like a woman can't get mad at, then I'm gonna act like a nigga and I'm gonna act just like you.
You don't act like a nigga, you just leave. You should
True.
never let a man.
I'm not saying that like right now I would do that, but I have done it before though.
Yeah.
I have
You
done
would
it
do that
before. I
right
have put
now. You
myself in a man's
just trying to
shoes
save
just
face on the
prove a
podcast. You
point,
would literally
basically,
still
like,
do that.
I'm gonna act like you. And
That's
that's
wrong.
it.
So he was showing himself off on social media, and you was mad. And
No, he
I'm
wasn't.
just using
Same
it as
thing?
an example because there's multiple examples I could bring up, but that's
I dislike when women say that because these are the same women who be wanting men to express their feelings more
Yeah.
and be more in tune with their emotions, and then when he
Right.
expresses his emotion, like yo, I really don't like you being provocative on
He a
social media.
bitch at that
He acting
point.
like a female. He acting like this is
It's
why,
selective.
Yeah, this
no,
is why
no,
men
no,
stay
no.
bottled
I'm
up.
fine with that as long as you're not doing the same thing. Because men expect shit out of women that they don't want.
That don't
women
mean
to
you turn
complain
into
about.
a nigga. You don't turn into a man.
This is the crazy part about that, right? Obviously, it's gonna be stuff that he expects from you that you don't expect from him, and vice versa. That's just life. That's literally just life. Small, minuscule example. You expect him to take out the trash. That's not an expectation on you. Most men aren't very deep off into social media like that. So most men, you really ain't got to worry about him posting and shit on social media. But women like that attention. So 9 times out of 10, women not really going to expect a man to be wilding on social media. But that's going to be an expectation for a man. I expect you not to be showing yourself off on social media when most men don't be on social media like that. It's a very simple concept. Very simple. At the end of the day, you be wanting to do what you want to do. Let's continue.
You don't get masculine because of that.
But men change how they act with women when women start taking control over shit. And it's actually sad that you have to do that to get something out of it.
I just feel like men play too much mind games. Like that's why I say
That shit work both
But
ways.
women do the same thing.
That's
I
a
can
fact.
give you a great example. My whole ass cousin. Let's start.
Oh, shut up the whole
She had
ass
a
cousin.
good. She a whole ass cousin. She had a good man.
What's her name?
Good, Jaquel. Bitch, I don't like you. She had a good man. Good man, right? She left this good man for her coworker. Lied to the coworker. Told the coworker, yeah. Lied to the coworker. Told the coworker she was going through divorce. Got with the coworker. Fucked his brother.
Wait.
When I
She
seen
was
her,
wild.
the emotional damage that she did to her husband. Her husband's far from pussy, but he did love her. And she broke him down emotionally, doing shit that she had no business doing. She's not never gonna find another nigga like that. Women play the same games. And I always tell my male friends, because I'm the type, I'm not with the sisterhood shit. I don't got no sisters. I'm not with the sisterhood. I believe in taking accountability. A woman who can run game is way worse than a man, because when women do shit, oftentimes there's no accountability
Second time, man.
and there's no consequences. But when a man does something dumb, they gotta bear the brunt of it.
I gotta back the sister up in the Bible, man. I got to. Let's go into the Bible right quick. Because she said when women start when they start wilding like that, they don't like to take accountability, right? This is Proverbs chapter 30 and I'm gonna start at verse 20. Such is the way of an adulterous woman. She eateth and wipeth her mouth, and saith, I have done no wickedness. Now, we all know what that means. If you're doing a sexual act and you got to wipe your mouth, what was you doing? She got up from doing that after committing adultery. You just cheated. And she said, I ain't did no wickedness. She couldn't even take accountability. Let's keep it a stack. This how it goes all the time. And these sisters on this show, when they was giving all these excuses about why women do what they do. If a man did that stuff, you don't give a damn about the reasoning behind why he did what he did. It's the fact that you did the act. That's all that matters. You a horrible person for the acts that you committed. Control your emotions. Control that hurt that you might have felt before you did that act. And just move on. You don't do something horrible because, oh, this person was doing me like this in a relationship. That ain't how it worked. Let's get some more. Because she said women are worse than men in that aspect. I'm going to show it to you in the Bible. I'm going to show it to you in the Bible, man. I'm going to show it to you in the Bible. This is Ecclesiasticus, also called Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Ooh, that's Bible. That's Bible. The Bible say ain't nobody as wicked as women. So like when you talk about these vindictive or like these revenge type of situations, some of this shit, you will never hear men go this deep off into trying to hurt somebody. Never. And man, I done heard some wild shit on TikTok. It was one TikTok page where they talk about like a bunch of confessions. And I'm gonna tell you straight up. One of those, I'll never forget that story. I'm not gonna tell it on this right here. And just know, I would have went to jail. Oh, I would have did the fucking time. But I know for a fact a man wouldn't have thought to do no shit like that. Why is your mind going that deep off into? Let me read it again. Verse 19, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. That's Bible. See, but especially in the black community, we taught that men are just oh so terrible, oh so horrible. You know what I'm saying? We don't really get into what the women do. You know what I'm saying? We don't really do that. But when you read the Bible, when you read, especially in our culture, it was a level of strictness that we had with our sisters because we understood that. It was a level of control that was needed. That's why fathers are so important. Because if you don't teach your daughter these things early on in life, as the scriptures say, if she was given too much liberty, she's going to abuse herself. As the scriptures say, she's going to open her mouth wide for every arrow. That's what the Bible say. She's going to drink from every water and open her quiver for every arrow. That's what the Bible say. So, yeah. I want to back this sister up, man, in the Bible. Because I know for a fact, these type of things we don't talk about. One. And I know for a fact, most people don't believe that. When she said that statement, them sisters probably twisted their face up. But when you sit back and listen to the evils that both men and women have done, most of the time, most men, the worst he gonna end up saying is like, I smashed your cousin or something. Or I dealt with one of your family members. Oh, it's gonna be worse than that when they're dealing with a woman, man. Like the script, like what they say, I don't even know if it's in the scriptures. It's be like, hell have no fury like a woman scorned. That's real shit. Like some of the worst shit you ever heard in your life, it came from a woman that was upset about some shit that happened. It is what it is. It is what it is. So the Bible talk about how they don't take accountability in Proverbs 30 and 20. You'll slurp a nigga up, wipe your mouth and act like you never did anything. Oh, I ain't do nothing, huh? What you say? Oh, I ain't did nothing. I ain't, Making all types of excuses. Ma'am, you just took that man right out your mouth. But it is what it is, man. I know women ain't gonna want to hear that. But it is what it is. Argue with the book. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'm out.